Well, that was easy. My God, Real Madrid are.
Thomas Party. When men touch ball, the crowd will get hype, no games, bro.
Welcome to episode 53 of the Clockenders podcast. I'm your host, Reginald Dino. What a night. Arsenal fans are in dreamland. The haters are going to hate. The Chelsea fans, the Tottenham fans, the United fans, all the fans that have no business talking about Arsenal at all are hating life right now. All those fans didn't want Arsenal to win because we're going to be unbearable for the next 2-3 weeks. All those fans out there that had their voodoo dolls praying to Jojo Ba or whoever for Arsenal not to win, hold that. Hold that one. Even the Arsenal hater commentators said Arsenal deserved to win this and they were the better team over 180 minutes. Plus. That's the Real Madrid we're supposed to be afraid of? That's the Real Madrid we're supposed to be scared of? I thought we'd get a little bit of more of a pushback in their stadium. Oh my God, they're going to close the roof, the noise, the this, the that. We're going to trot out 15 Champions League trophies. When they walk out, they can pass by them to let them know that we have 15 Champions League. All huff, no puff. All huff, no puff. I said it last episode. You guys are hooked on the Real Madrid, the Mourinho Real Madrid. You guys are hooked on them, thinking that it's that Real Madrid we're playing. It's not. Listen, guys, I love La Liga. I watch La Liga. I think it's technical. I think you have to be a fast thinker. You have to have a brain to play in that league. 100% I do. When you're comparing it to the EPL, I think EPL is more physical, fast, whatever. You don't have to have a brain. You just have to be athletic and fast and strong. In that league, you have to be technical. But when you run into a team that's physical, fast, and technical, I think you blow any team in the La Liga to the moon. You blow them out. That's not the Real Madrid that all the haters were banking on. That's not them. That's not the Sergio Ramos and the Ronaldos and a younger Modric and a Benzema. Oh, that's not that Real Madrid, guys. That's not that Real Madrid. The best player on that Real Madrid team tonight was either Courtois, the goalie, or Vinicius Jr., who did absolutely nothing out there. Scored a goal that was gifted to him. To create chances, hilarious. Steve McManaman came out the other week and he did his combined 11 Real Madrid and Arsenal and only had Urian Timber on the team. Rodrigo and Saka? Oh, Rodrigo all day. Martinelli and Vinicius Jr.? Oh, Vinicius Jr. all day. Alaba, Saliba? Oh, Alaba. What are you talking about? Partey or Modric? Oh, no, it's not even close. Modric. Those guys I have no help for. I know he's a former Real Madrid player, so what's he going to say? I get it, but at some point you have to understand that if I say this, I'm going to look like a right idiot. And you do. I'm telling you do. You look like an idiot. Great night tonight. Great night. Over 2 legs, Arsenal were the best team. I'm very critical of my teams. Ask anybody who knows me. Very critical of my football team, the Baltimore Ravens, the New York Knicks, basketball, NBA. Very critical of them. Very critical of Arsenal as well. But when they play well, I praise them. And they played well over this 180 minutes. They played fantastic. They were the best team in the tie. I don't care how many Champions Leagues you have. Did Mikel Arteta outcoach Ancelotti, the legend Ancelotti? 100% he did. 100% he did. Nothing changed from the first leg to the second leg on Real Madrid's side. Nothing. Not going to even do player ratings today. Everybody gets a 10. Even with the Saliba mistake, he gets a 10 today. After the mistake, he was the best defender on the field after the mistake, which isn't hard because Rudiger, like, that guy, I have a new nickname for Rudiger. His new nickname is going to be Dirtsman. He's a grimy, slimy piece of shit, that guy. Stomping on Miles Lewis Skelly, intentionally headbutting Mikel Moreno. A grimy, slimy somebody, man. Like, that's not football. That's not the beautiful game, man. The only bad thing about this game is Thomas Partey got his second yellow, so he's not going to be available for the first leg of PSG. I don't know if it's home or away yet, so we'll find out about that. But we're kind of short in the midfield, so Jorginho just got hurt against Brentford. So I don't know if you're going to have to put Zinchenko in the midfield or bring Moreno back and put Trossard as a false nine. I don't know, but I leave that to Mikel Arteta, who, by the way, gets a 10 as well. Fantastic over two legs. The substitutions, fantastic. The style of play, the tactic, fantastic. And I hope that puts an end to these English pundits and the media. Julian Bellingham's the best midfielder in the world. Invisible over 180 minutes. Invisible. People call La Liga a farmers league. I always defended La Liga. In previous shows on my other podcast, Football Weekly, I would debate with people the reason why La Liga teams are so successful. And Mourinho said it himself. He said, when I go into a season as Real Madrid coach, I only coach 5 games. Oh, he said, I only coach 3 games, he said. 3 games he coaches. Real Madrid home and away. Barcelona home and away. And Atletico away. Those are the only 3 games I really coach. The rest of the times, I'm resting guys because we got Champions League this week. So Real Madrid players are fresh for Champions League because they're getting rest. Because La Liga, back then there was literally 2 teams in the league. It's like the Scottish League. There was 2 teams. And they call it a farmers league. And you have to be technical, you have to be smart, you have to play in that league. It's just like Serie A. I know it's a little bit slower, a little bit less athletic, but you have to have brains, you have to have a head on your shoulder. I don't know. Maybe my head's being turned now. I didn't fall for the trap of the Real Madrid of the past being the Real Madrid now. I watched that first game. I thought maybe they'd put up a little bit more of a fight and be a little bit more difficult to break down in their own stadium, but not a chance. Not a fight at all. Not a fight at all. That felt like playing Aston Villa. You're going to get some chances. We're going to have the majority, we being Arsenal, you're going to have the majority of the ball. Aston Villa is going to get some chances. If your goalie's on his toes and you guys were able to shut down most things, then you should win the game. That's how it felt to me. So I hope this game result, the gameplay that happened over the 190 minutes, has people looking back and saying to themselves, well, maybe I crowned this Bellingham guy too early. Who else have I kind of crowned too early? The Cole Palmers, the Phil Fodens. Maybe I crowned them too early. Maybe they're not as good as I think. Because you have these English pundits not even watching La Liga. They just look at the stats and the score lines and the standings, and then tell you, oh, well, if Real Madrid's doing well, and Bellingham's playing, that means he must be the best in the world. And this is, and you're looking at me laughing. This is the way they think, guys. I don't want to hear Real Madrid or Barcelona coming to the EPL like back in the day. I don't want to hear that. Mid-table team in the EPL. I don't want to hear that. And you're looking at me like, blah, blah, blah. No, guys, if we didn't gift them that goal, 0 goals over 180 minutes. I'm looking at score lines in the EPL for Real Madrid, 4-0, 3-0, 2-0, 5-1. Who's scoring all these goals? Who? Mbappe, invisible. Rodrigo, he played today? Vinicius Jr., without that goal that was gifted by Saliba, he played today? Tushimani, I'm supposed to be afraid? I'm the only one player I'm afraid of on that team is Antonio Rudiger, because Dirtsman will hurt you. He'll try to hurt you. That's the only player I'd be afraid of on the field. As far as the footballing goes, I rate Valverde. Invisible today. David Alaba? Guys, come on, man. Should have been in MLS 2 years ago. Courtois played well. Saved what he could. That PK by Bukayo Saka, I've never seen him take a PK like that. I don't know why he chose to do it like that now, but maybe he was doing something in practice and it was working. I don't know. Mikel Moreno over 2 legs, a goal and 2 assists. Not such a flop now, eh, guys? I'm just so happy that they won. I'm happy that they won, not because they're going forward in the tournament, but just to shut these people up. Just shut up. The Real Madrid fans, now you're coming to the set. We're going to close the roof. It's going to be noise. Shut up. The Tottenham fans, shut up. United fans, shut up. I know you guys have Tottenham and United. You have nothing to watch this season. You're closer to relegation than you are to us. But shut up, man. It's enough now. Last English team standing. I'm not saying people should cheer because they're English. I get it. That's fine. But last English team standing. Let's see how much hate they get in England now. When it's City or Chelsea or whoever, they get the love. Let's see what Arsenal gets. Not, like I said, not going to do player ratings. Everyone gets a 10, even with the mistakes, even with the mistake on the goal. I don't fully blame Saliba for it. Why David Reyes giving him that ball in the first place? You know, they're pressing. There's 2 guys around him. 100% Saliba should be aware of his surroundings. But why are you even putting me in a position where I have to do that? Just kick it up the field. We'll win it back because they're terrible in the midfield. So we'll win it back. I should be happier. Well, actually, I was happier because I did record this show already. But the power went out here yesterday. So I had to I would have had to have reconfigured the mic to plug into the computer, and I didn't do it because I forgot that the power went out. So I recorded the show right after the game, pure emotion, pure passion, no audio. So here I am. I said, you know what? Forget it. I'm not going to re-record it. And it's just one of those things that was just nagging at me. So here I am. Guys, I hope the EPL and the PGMOL were watching the way you use VAR today. And not just because it benefited my team twice, not because of that, but that's how you use VAR. Okay? I know it took there were 7 extra minutes in the first half of extra time, and that's how long we were dilly-dallying with VAR. I get it. It takes a long time, but correct decisions were made. For them to go back, look what VAR did. They told the referee, hey, listen, 2 minutes ago, there could have been an incident in the box. Like, stop the play and let's review that together. And they go and they look, and the ref looks at it. Yeah, it's a foul, penalty shot. I was shocked. He came over to blow. He came over and he was blowing the whistle and he's running over to the. Like, what's going on? Okay, Arteta probably got a card for saying something. No, he went to the monitor. And that's VAR telling him, hey, listen, we're reviewing some stuff here. It could be a penalty. Like, go back and look at it. If you don't want to call it a penalty, no problem. We'll play on. But take a look at it for yourself. It could be. And he goes over and he watches it for himself and he has a conversation and he points to the penalty spot. As frustrating as that is for a Real Madrid fan, it's the right call if you watch the play. It's a foul. Unseen by everybody. There was a little bit of complaint, not a lot of complaint by Arsenal, and we played on. And 2 minutes later, it's brought back. Go look at it. Penalty shot given to Mbappe. Foul in the box. Okay, VAR, take a look at it. Okay, let's look at it. It took a while. Deem no contact. Hey, referee, go look at it for yourself. Go look at it for you. He should have been sent over to the box to the monitor earlier than that. But eventually, okay, we don't think it's a penalty shot. Go look at it for yourself. Okay, goes over, looks at it. Okay, no penalty, no card. Play on. Free goal kick. That's the proper usage of VAR. EPL, PGMOL, Howard Webb. You're watching? That's how you use VAR. That's how the top of the top referees and the referees, UEFA referees, that's how they use VAR. Take notes. Referees in the EPL, I forgot to draw the lines. What the hell? Lee Mason. What are you talking about? Who was the referee today in the game today? Who was the referee in the Inter Bayern game today? Who was the referee in the Arsenal game today? I watched it for 90 minutes. I don't know his name. But I can name you every single EPL referee. By heart, I can name them all for you. Why do I know their names? Why should I know their names? They're the referee. Martinelli, that's the performance I want you to have. He's the man of the match for me today, just for that run that he made. He started that run for the second goal at our 18-yard box. He started that run. Please, someone see me. Please, someone see me. As soon as he was left one-on-one with that guy around center and Mourinho let that pass go, only one result. The only one thing is if he's going to score or not. Not because they're going to stop him, but if he misses the net or the goalie saves it, that was the only discussion there, whether he's going to score or not. Because no one was going to stop him before he got to take the shot. And finished cool and deadly finish. And then hits the Thierry Henry celebration. Magic, man. Magic. And on the same side that Thierry Henry scored too. Kind of similar if you look at it. He didn't have to really dribble by anybody and shrug off. I think it was Salgado. He had to shrug. Oh no, Guti. He had to shrug off. Thierry Henry I'm talking about. But yeah, finished to the same side. I think Thierry Henry finished with his left. Martinelli finished with his right, but hit the same celebration. I love that. I love that the players know the history. Modric isn't the same player. Old. Vinicius and Rodrigo didn't do anything. Mbappe didn't do that. Frontline did nothing. Tuchemani wasn't involved. Bellingham did nothing. So where are these results coming from in La Liga that they're getting? I don't understand it. Anyways, guys, what a day, what a night, what a performance. The league's done. Let's just put our eggs in this basket, see what happens against PSG. We've already beat them in the group stage at our yard. I believe it was 1-0. And they weren't in that game either. But Luis Enrique, I have a feeling that he's gonna watch how the shit teams in the EPL play against Arsenal, the Evertons, the Brentfords, the Bournemouths, the boring teams in the EPL, how they play against Arsenal, and kind of come up with a combination of hit on the counter and then play 952 men in the box so that we can't hit them. Gabriel Martinelli is most effective when he's running into space. If there's no space for him to run into, ideas run out. And that's when we get the, what is Martinelli doing? What's happened to this guy? He was this, he was that. When Martinelli first came into the league, he was an unknown. So you play him tight. If that ball gets by you, you're not catching him. So now that he becomes known, you step off a little bit and you make him beat you one-on-one now. And by the time he's beat you one-on-one, another defender's coming over. But you see, when there's space in behind, look how dangerous this Arsenal team is. Look how dangerous they are when there's space in behind. Every time Arsenal got the ball today and we're going forward, opportunity. If the right pass was made, opportunity. So much space to run into, guys. There was a play tonight, Martin Odegaard. If he had seen Timber, he would have sent in Timber one-on-one with Courtois. Timber probably would have crossed it across. It's a tap in for somebody. Not going to pull up any players today. Everybody gets a 10. Substitutes get a 10. I don't care if they played 2 seconds, they get a 10. Arteta gets a 10. Andrea Berta gets a 10. The fans get a 10. The haters get a 10. Thanks for the fuel. Everybody, Real Madrid fans get a 10. Thanks for the tears. I love it. I love it. There was a picture of a guy in the stands. He had a t-shirt on, say, "We can do it," or something like that. I'm not gonna call Real Madrid awful, but if that's the best in La Liga or close to the best in La Liga, It would have been a very different story if we played Atletico Madrid, though, in this tie, because they would have played like Everton and Newcastle and those other non-relevant teams. They would have played like them, but they have attackers that, if they catch you on a counter, are deadly. Griezmann, Correa, Julian Alvarez, Lino, Marcus Llorente, Riquelme, Simeone, going forward. They defend in packs and they attack in 4s and 5s. That's how they're successful. Atletico Madrid. It would have been a different story if we had played them, for sure. But this Real Madrid team, toothless. Toothless. This is like playing Aston Villa. They're like Aston Villa. You're going to get some chances if your goalie's on his toes and can make a couple of saves. And if you guys can control the game, you'll beat them. Real Madrid and Aston Villa are the same to this year. You shouldn't lose to them. That's all I'm going to say. So, guys, we go on. We move to the next phase, semifinals of the Champions League against PSG. We've already played PSV. Now we got PSG, and I don't know where that starts. I don't know where the first game is. Thomas Partey's out for that game, so we'll do some shuffling for that. But guys, just some of the players that put in a shift today. Declan Rice, what can you say? Head and shoulders above Jude Bellingham. Head and shoulders above. 4 times the player Jude Bellingham is. If you're watching based on these 2 last games, 4 times the player, 5 times the player. Head and shoulders above. Head and shoulders above. Thomas Partey, excellent today. Again, excellent. Miles Lewis-Skelly, excellent again today. Timber, couple of bad touches here and there all over the park, though. Excellent today. Saliba, even with the mistake, excellent today. Jakub Kiwior, guys, excellent today. How calm do you have to be to have that ball hit your head and then have the wherewithal to head it back to your goalie again? Excellent today. Again. Saka, that goal he scored, the first goal, football goal. That's a football goal. Build up, the pass from Moreno, the little dink over. How many times have you seen a player just try to smash it as hard as they can? Just a little dink over. Martinelli's goal, fantastic. I'm giving Martinelli the man of the match, by the way. He was fantastic today. Mikel Moreno, fantastic today. A goal in the first game, 2 assists in the second leg. What a flop. What a flop. Not to mention the other goals that he scored. I think he has, don't quote me, maybe 6 or 7 goals this season. That's more than players that you want to bring into this team. Nico Williams. Not saying they play the same position, but Nico Williams has, I think, 3 goals and 5 assists in La Liga. And we watch what the leaders or one of the best teams in La Liga is. I hope players out there are watching, players on the transfer list were watching that. Maybe there's a couple of players that are that come into the team that push us over the top. Who knows what happens in the semis and the finals? If they make it to the finals this year, I'm happy with that. Whatever happens in the final, win or lose, I'm happy if they make it to the finals. With the amount of injuries and what we've been put through, the hate that everyone's given Arteta and the Arsenal Football Club, make it to the finals of the Champions League, I'll be happy with that. There's no team in the league that can coach through the adversity that Arsenal have had this year to the finals of the Champions League. None. You have to have your gunners gunning. You have to have your gunners gunning. Unintended. Saka doesn't get hurt this season, it might be a different story. But Gary Neville, Gary Neville says that Arsenal have regressed this season. What are you talking about? We finished second last year, we're second again this year. If you're going to say anything, tell we stayed the same. Regressed. What are you talking about? Regressed. No striker, which is I'm not going to use that as an excuse because that's the fault of the board. Edu, Arteta, no striker. Maybe the Cronkies even too, no striker. Your talisman, your captain was hurt for 2 months of the season. Your makeshift striker's done for the season. Your real striker's done for the season. The best player on your team was done for 3 months. Your best your 1 and 1A defender is done for the season. Your starting right back that have been playing right back, Ben White, forever, is hurt for months. What team goes through that? What team goes through a patch where 6 or 7 of your regular players are out, your starters are out, and makes it to the semifinals of the Champions League? Oh, wait. Take 6 or 7 players off, starting players off Chelsea, United, Tottenham, Liverpool. Take Salah out. Take Gakpo out. Take Van Dijk out. And then pick 4 more guys that start and take them out, and let's see where they finish. Liverpool should be 30 points ahead of us the way that it is. Thank God they signed Van Dijk back. 34 years old. He's going to get sliced and diced next year. I love it. Thank God you signed him back and play him every year or every game. If Konate ever gets hurt, whoa. You're going to start hearing the pundits, maybe it's a little bit past Van Dijk's time here. Gets dribbled past a lot, Van Dijk. And Konate's the one that sweeps everything up for him. You don't believe me? Watch the games. Anyways, not talking about league play. League play is done this year. Congratulations, Liverpool. You won a league. That's fantastic. Good on you. Next year's a different season. But guys, let's just focus on the Champions League. We're in the semifinals. We're going to play against PSG. We're there. We dispatched of the holders, Real Madrid, in their yard, ate the big piece of chicken at their dinner table, and told their wife to clean the plates. I like it. Guys, if you're not subscribed to our podcast or to my podcast, we're on YouTube. We're on every popular podcast platform that you use to listen to podcasts. We're on Spotify, TuneIn, Player FM. We're on Amazon Music. We are on Apple Podcasts. We are on iHeartRadio. You name it, we're there. No need for you guys to be not listening or subscribed. We're on YouTube, obviously, as you're watching this. But guys, so very, very, very proud of this team. Can't wait to go on YouTube and Instagram and see all the hate and this shouldn't have been that and that shouldn't have been this and this guy should have got sent off for that and this. I can't wait to read all of that. I love the hate. It fuels me. So guys, thanks for watching. We're not going to do a show. Actually, we're not going to do a show for the league. I don't even know who they play in the league. It's Easter weekend here, so I'm not going to do any shows. So we'll hit you after the next Champions League game against PSG. Take care. Come on.